Group C. So we have Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland.
Ooh,
I'm going to put this out of the way. Argentina will win this group easily. 9 points. No questions.
I agree, 100%.
Are they
I'm sorry.
are they one of your favorites to win the World Cup? Like
Yes,
top three
yes,
favorites? Okay.
absolutely top three. I think I've been saying in a lot of my videos. I think it's going to be Argentina or Brazil's year.
Yep, I fully agree. I don't think we need to go into super deep dive analysis of this team because they're so good, and we know Scaloni has done magnificent job, magnificent. And you see when you don't have to rely solely when Plan A, Plan B, Plan B, Plan C, Plan D is Messi, like it was under Jorge Sampaoli, the Argentinian tattooed bulldog. And you were at the game against Croatia when Croatia won 3-0. It was just Messi, and that's it. But
Yep.
now this team, they have so many pieces. They can attack in different ways. Defensively strong. Otamendi turns into prime Beckenbauer when he plays for Argentina. I can't explain it, but that's what it turns into. And then you look at the midfield. Enzo Fernandez now stepping up his performances. So I love this Argentina team. I think this is going to be the best shot for Messi. I know 2014 was as well, but this team, and winning that Copa America was so vital. I think if they didn't win that, a lot of pressure heading into this World Cup.
100% agree. Yeah, the pressure kind of seems to be not as high because Messi finally won his international trophy. They're going to enjoy this tournament. Obviously, they're going to be going all out, but they got a very doable group right there. And no offense to these teams, but Argentina have been unbeaten in so long. Like you said, I don't think they really need a deep dive. They've just been so fantastic. Every position on lockdown at this point. Defense has massively improved. It's incredible how much better Otamendi looks in 4 years' time. It's really unreal.
It's super unreal. I don't understand it. Compared to where Argentina were at the 2018 World Cup to now, night and day. Night and day to what's happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Argentina, and I think a lot of people agree in the comments that they are one of the favorites for this World Cup. Now let's talk about three teams. I'm going to include Saudi Arabia because I don't know if you know this. They have 5 friendlies before this World Cup.
I actually didn't know that. I actually did
Five.
not know that.
I think they just played North Macedonia the other day and they beat them 1-0. And then they're playing, I think they're playing Croatia, if I'm not mistaken, November 16th. I believe they are. So Saudi Arabia are preparing for this World Cup in a good way compared to other teams who won't be playing any friendlies before the World Cup starts. So what do you think of Saudi Arabia? Because obviously they're going to have a lot of fans traveling. They're used to the climate. They're good. They know what they're going to do. They're going to be very defensively strong. And you look at Hervé Renard, guy knows what he does in a World Cup. Obviously was the manager for Morocco at the last World Cup. So do you think Saudi Arabia can surprise maybe Mexico and Poland?
Oh, there's definitely a possibility. I think it's a huge manager upgrade, like you mentioned. Defense is actually looking solid. I don't see them conceding as many goals compared to the likes of 2018. Although maybe not against Argentina. I'm not sure about that one. But who knows? Maybe they can hold up a good fight against them as well. But yeah, the defense, I think, is their better talking point. The one thing that somewhat concerns me about the side is their attack. But to be fair, the friendlies that they recently played, at the same window where everyone else played, obviously, they weren't playing all of their players, I believe. I think some of them were injured.
Yeah, some of them were injured, yeah.
It wasn't the best test, and they still... I think both of the results were 0-0.
Yes, they were. They drew Ecuador and United States 0-0.
Yeah, so, I mean, that just goes to show. They still can hold the defense on lockdown. The only thing that somewhat concerns me for this side is their attack. But yeah, like you said, manager upgrade. I do have faith in this side to maybe prove people wrong, although I've been constantly writing them off in my prediction videos.
Yeah, look, I think this is a good opportunity for Saudi Arabia. And you made a great point. I think you saw that in the AFC World Cup qualifiers as well. Saudi Arabia just lacking goals. And if they can just get one guy to score the goals for them, let's say if they get 4 goals. I don't think they're going to score against Argentina, but let's say if they get 3 goals in 2 games between Mexico and Poland, I think that will be enough to get them second place in this group. So don't be shocked if Saudi Arabia gets second. Now, everybody will pick between Mexico and Poland. Some people will have Mexico, and some people will have Poland. Based on what you have seen with both teams, who are you kind of seeing more positively heading into this World Cup?
Ooh, so at the beginning when this draw happened, I was really 50-50 about both of these teams getting second or third.
Mm-hmm.
But now, and even now, Poland's Nations League campaign wasn't the most fantastic. There were some solid talking points. I think they're definitely playing with more identity under their new manager, Michnovic. And of course, they qualified for this World Cup under him at that last stretch when they appointed him. So they do look like they're going through some kind of an upward slope. Of course, they've got Matty Cash now switching from England. Lewandowski, one of the best strikers in the world. Zielinski, we saw how much he's been balling out for Napoli this season. I think a lot of these players are in form, and they do have the potential to do better because obviously they don't have good recent success in tournaments. They crashed fourth, I believe, both times in the World Cup and the Euros recently. So this is their chance to improve. I think they have what it takes. I'm leaning more towards them over Mexico at the moment, mainly due to the fact Tata Martino has really not been great. The Mexico fans can even back me up on this. They don't have faith in him.
I agree. Nobody has faith in Tata Martino. I don't think he even cares anymore at this point.
Yeah. Who knows? He can prove me wrong. Mexico have the history backing them up. They always make it to the round of 16. I mean, and they just get knocked out there. That's the curse for them. But yeah, right now this could be the year where things don't go their way because Poland seems to have more confidence right now. Like you mentioned, Saudi Arabia, they have not home field advantage, obviously, but their neighboring country with Qatar, that will definitely play to their advantage one way or another. So this could be Mexico's unlucky year. I hate to say it.
I kind of agree. The only thing with Poland is, like, you put some faith into this team in the major tournaments, and then they flop.
Oh, yeah.
2018, they should have topped that group, just based on the way they were, how they qualified and how they were playing, and then they just completely flopped. Last Euros, they lost to Slovakia. I think it was the first match day. Like,
yeah.
you just can't, you just don't know with this side. So,
it's
even
true.
though they have one of the best strikers in the world, and I love Zielinski, I think the guy's an absolute baller. Him being the creative midfielder. Do I have much faith in Poland? Not so much. Do I have any faith in L3? No, because Tata Martino just doesn't know his best team. I mean, the only good positive thing going on for Mexico is they played a good game against Colombia, and then they just completely collapsed. So It just shows you this team just mentally are fragile. But they're the opposite of Poland. When it looks terrible in World Cup qualifiers and all the friendlies, then when they get to the World Cup, Mexico just turn into giants, and they start playing well. So just don't know. You don't know with these two sides, with Mexico and Poland. That's what makes it so fascinating. And they're playing against each other the first match day. So what to expect from that game, I have no clue. If you told me to predict a winner, I can't tell you right now. I can't.
Yeah, that will definitely set the tempo. Like I said, I'm at the moment edging towards Poland, but like you said, they always do well in the qualifiers, always. Mm-hmm. And then just major tournaments absolutely crash. They get one okay result, and that's it. So maybe it could happen again, but I think this is their group where they can prove themselves. It'll be tough against Argentina, of course. I praise that side all the time, but yeah, maybe this could be the year things shift, and maybe Poland's recent somewhat success will work out in this tournament, and Mexico will continue to decline.
The only positive I'm giving to Mexico is Chucky Lozano.
Oh, yeah.
He's turning up right now. He's performing very well for Napoli. So, because Mexico are lacking a goal scorer, if Chucky can step up in that World Cup, that will give confidence to this Mexican side. But, yeah, this is going to be a fascinating group, in my opinion.